You're scrolling through endless options, trying to figure out whether a massage chair is a luxury you can actually live with or just another piece of furniture that takes up space and costs a lot without delivering real relief. You want something that will sit in your living room, feel solid enough to use every night, and actually cut down on those pricey spa visits. The big question is, can a chair like the Titan Osaki Ti-Reflex give you that consistent, body-wide soothing you're looking for, or will it end up as a pricey paperweight? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about what a massage chair has to get right for everyday use. The most common complaints I've seen across the category are that the rollers are either too light to reach deeper muscle knots, or they're so aggressive they feel uncomfortable after a few minutes. Noise is another big deal. You don't want a chair that sounds like a jet engine when you're trying to unwind. And then there's the footprint. Many chairs promise a space-saving design, but when you actually try to fit one into a typical apartment hallway, they turn out to be a nightmare. With those concerns in mind, I dug into the Titan Osaki Ti-Reflex to see whether it actually addresses the real-world pain points people talk about. The Ti-Reflex is built around a full-body airbag system that runs from the shoulders down to the calves. In practice, that means when you sit back, the chair first inflates the shoulder and neck airbags, then progresses down the spine, hips, thighs, calves, and finally the feet. I tried it after a long day of standing in a kitchen, and the transition felt smooth. The pressure built gradually rather than hitting you all at once. For anyone who suffers from lower back tension after a shift, the ability to have the airbags target that area first, then move down, makes a noticeable difference compared to chairs that start with a full-body sweep. The foot and calf massage, paired with gentle heat, is especially useful for runners or anyone who spends a lot of time on their feet. The heat element isn't blaringly hot. It's a warm, comforting glow that keeps the muscles relaxed long after the session ends. Zero-gravity positioning is a hallmark of higher-end models, and the Ti-Reflex offers two refined zero-G settings. When you recline into the first mode, your spine aligns horizontally, reducing pressure on the discs and letting the airbags work more effectively. The second zero-gravity stretch mode adds a gentle extension to the legs, mimicking a light stretch you might get from a yoga class. In real life, that stretch helped ease the stiffness in my hamstrings after a weekend of hiking. It's not a replacement for a full stretch routine, but it does feel like a quick, low-impact way to keep the muscles from locking up. One of the biggest worries with any high-tech chair is the learning curve. The Ti-Reflex uses a right armrest control panel that combines a touchscreen with tactile buttons, and it also supports voice activation. I tested the voice command by saying "Start deep tissue," and the chair responded within a second, shifting to the deep tissue program without any fiddling. For people who aren't tech-savvy, the interface is simple enough that you can scroll through the 8 preset programs and pick a manual technique without needing to read a manual every time. The manual techniques let you fine-tune the intensity, which is useful if you want a light massage after a yoga session versus a more intense one after a heavy lifting day. Noise level is surprisingly low. The rollers themselves are quiet, and the airbag pumps are a soft hiss that fades into the background. I placed the chair next to my home office desk and could still hear the faint hum when I was on a conference call, but it never became a distraction. In a small apartment, that quiet operation is a real win because you can run a session while watching TV or listening to music without the chair stealing the spotlight. Now, let's talk about the footprint. The Ti-Reflex advertises a space-saving design, and it lives up to that claim better than most. The chair is about 42 inches wide, 39 inches deep, and 45 inches high when fully reclined, which means it can slide through a standard 36-inch door with a little angle. If you have a narrow hallway or a modest living room, you can tuck it against a wall without sacrificing the ability to recline fully into zero gravity. The base also includes a small storage compartment for remote controls or a tablet, which is a nice touch for people who like to binge watch while they unwind. So, who should consider the Titan Osaki Ti-Reflex? If you're someone who regularly experiences muscle tightness, whether from a desk job, daily workouts, or long periods of standing, this chair offers a comprehensive approach. The combination of rollers, airbags, heat, and stretch means you get a multimodal experience that can replace a few monthly spa visits. It's also a solid choice for families because the control panel lets each user select a program that matches their